A group of young Buckeyes quarterbacks were slinging it in the sun today at the Shoe, and just like that, the mission to defend their national title is off to the races. The new look Buckeyes saw fresh faces behind center and on the sidelines for the annual spring game to wrap up weeks of spring practice. Thanks for being with us this Saturday evening. For NBC4 at 6, I'm Kyle Beachy. Joe Nugent was at the game today and joins us now. Will Howard was in the house, but he's handing off the quarterbacking duties to these young guys. How'd they look today?
Julian Sain was good the entire way. Lincoln Kienholz and Tavian St. Clair finished strong. The head coach, Ryan Day, is trying to eliminate the inconsistent play at the position. He's simply trying to get rid of those bad days here in spring ball. After sharing reps through much of the spring, Lincoln Kienholz took the first snap of the game, a pass to Bryson Rogers along the sideline. But early, Julian Sain had the most success. His ball had zip, and there were several chunk plays downfield. He led the offense to his first touchdown of the game, a C.J. Donaldson carry, the transfer out of West Virginia, who also caught a few passes out of the backfield, showing off his hands. He's got a background catching balls. Julian ended up completing 17 of 24 in the game, 175 yards and 1 touchdown. It was a promising performance.
I think the thing for Julian is, he's realized he's had some good days. He's had some days he's learning from, but a big trait of great quarterbacks is they're resilient and they keep coming back and they keep learning. Lincoln
Kienholz had the most touchdown passes among the 3 who took snaps, 2 TDs, and Lincoln connected on 12 of 18.
I felt like, Lincoln settled down after the first drive or so, made some nice throws.
True freshman Tavian St. Clair, who remember was in high school only a few months ago at Bell Fountain, also completed a high percentage, 11 of 15 passes, and he finished the game with a touchdown pass on the last play to Phillip Bell. In total, the quarterbacks completed 40 of 57 passes against what Ryan Day called a relatively vanilla defense. Max Clare, the transfer tight end out of Purdue, caught Julian's only touchdown pass right up the seam, and Max has good hands.
We're going to work really hard this summer on some of his route running and how he does that, but he's going to be a weapon for us here in the fall.
Mylan Graham, who's now in his second year inside the program, had the longest touchdown of the game, a 49-yard play, and he broke a tackle.
He had the big run after the catch. That ball was loose. You could see it, so he's got to learn to tighten that up, but I think he has a bright future here. I think he's grown. He's gotten better. He's serious about his work. He knows what he has to work on, but he has all the tools it takes to be the next great one.
Even though the offense won this game, the defense did have 2 interceptions. First, a nice play here by Fahim Delane, who takes it up the sideline before he's forced out. Fahim is a true freshman and one of the best safety recruits in this 2025 class. And then Inky Jones out of Steubenville makes the other play. Similar to the entire spring, it was a mixed performance at quarterback.
I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we did the spring game. I wasn't sure. But it was definitely the right thing to do. I wish we could have stayed out there for another 4 hours and gotten these reps and getting these guys some work.
That's the thing. You're only allowed 15 practices during the spring, and Ryan also said, hey, we can go 15 more, no problem.
Oh, I'm sure.
The team needs more.
4 more hours out there. They might get a little worn out after that.
Well, we've still got a long ways to the next game.